Right, so this is my centerpin reel. I very fortunately came across this reel at a boot fair. It's a Marco Cortese. Anyway, it's quite a nice reel. I've only used it once or twice. It spins very freely, but I got it for £1.50. £1.50 at boot fair. Unbelievable price. I'm going to load this up with some £3 line and go down the river and catch some fish with it. That's the plan anyway. Hello everyone, welcome to Paul Vickery Fishing. Hope you enjoy this video. This video is about centerpin fishing. To my shame, I've never done any centerpin fishing in the 25 years I've been fishing. I've had one for about 5 years. I was forced to get the centerpin out because I broke my fixed spool reel. So this is the first time I've used it. So I'm down the river, I've only got an hour and a half and see if we catch something. Oh, I've got one. No, I lost it. Something that is a bit confusing with these reels, and I wasn't aware of until just the other day, how to load the reel from the top or from the bottom, the line coming out from the top or the bottom. So I've fixed it so the line comes out the top, which means you have to reel backwards, which is confusing me slightly. I'm going to get the hang of it, but I think I need to set it up the other way round. So, yeah, it's a bit confusing. And the other thing, that it's nice, you're really in touch with the float with it. I haven't found a comfortable position to hold it yet. Yeah, it's all a bit new. Had my first problem with centerpin. I just caught a little dace, and as I put the rod down to unhook it, the reel just carried on unspooling line, so I ended up with a big mess at the start. We'll get the hang of it. It requires quite a degree of skill, which I haven't got yet. It does leave the line incredibly tight to the float because it's literally pulling off the reel rather than falling off the spool. You're on it straight away. I used to bump a lot of fish. I used to bump a lot of fish on a normal reel when you engage the bail arm. Don't like tapping it. It takes a bit of getting used to it. John Wilson used to make it look like a dream. Right, water's cast, that doesn't feel very good. Right, there's the dace. These sort of whirlpool swims are very hard to gauge sometimes because the flow or the water always gets shallower at the end, so you always have to shallow up, and quite often that's where the fish are hanging, down the bottom. Try and double mag it. I've been feeding a little bit of meat. So yeah, that's all we got for hook bait. Just a double maggot on a like a B911. I don't think it is a B911. It's a little bit big, that hook. I might change it. These sort of weird pull trims are very hard to gauge sometimes, because the flow or the water always gets shallower at the end, so you always have to shallow up. But quite often that's where the fish are hanging, down the bottom. Try double maggot. I've been feeding a little bit of meat. Hello. Enjoy? I've only had one dace so far, but I'm using a centerpin for the first time. I'm literally just getting the hang of it. I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Yes. I like you're really in contact with it, aren't you? Yeah. But that contact, when you cast a bit, there's tension, so you're pulling the float in. I'm struggling to get it to go around the far side of it, but I think I've got to feed it some line. Yeah. Yeah.
You almost got to overcast.
Yeah, yeah. And I haven't, and I think I've loaded it to the back, so it comes off the top, and I think I should have loaded it to come off the bottom.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've got an old one in front of old Trudy, back in the 60s.
Oh, okay.
It's still good as gold. It's spins beautifully.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I got this one at a boot fair. It's only £1.50. No, not really. I like the contact. Yeah. I really do like the fact you're on them.
It's not geared up, not geared down.
No.
It's better when you've got something really big on it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Something I know on the fixed spool, quite often if you're trotting on your finger, you strike and then clip the bail arm over.
Yeah.
I quite often lose fish on that little jerk.
With this, of course, you've got to remember to tap your finger on them. Otherwise you...
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to happen. I'm sure it's going to happen. I would imagine for trotting a really big bait and holding it back, it's perfect. I'm just yeah, I've got to feed it a bit. It's a funny swim to trot this anyway. It doesn't. I'd be better off down there, but.
The carrier's down there.
Yeah, it can be.
It's deeper than you think down there.
Yeah, yeah, it's right down there. I've got something better now. This isn't a good one. God, it's a bit unnerving playing these on on the pin. I don't want to let go of my thumb. It's a good chub. It's taking a bit of shifting. It's got his head down. Oh, I think this is a big perch. I don't think it's a chub. It's going right in that fast water. Ready, mate? He's a strong fish. Ooh. No, it is a chub. It is a chub. It's hard to hold on to the reel. I don't know where to hold it. I don't know whether I like it or not. I'm so used to a clutch. Oh, I'm pleased I've got a chub. Haven't landed it yet. Of course. Oh, there he is. There he is. He's getting in the net. Come, mate. Ooh. Here, Mr. Chubby. He's giving a good fight of himself. Here we go. Open wide. In he come. Oh, yeah. Only just got him in. Right, let's get him up and have a look at him. He feels quite heavy. Oh, he's a good one. That's a proper chunk of a chub. Look at that. What a beautiful fish. Enough here. What about that? Hey? Lovely. Chubby, chubby, chub. Immaculate condition. Oh, I'm well pleased with that. Well pleased. Probably about 3 and a bit pounds. Alright, let's go put him back. Alright, let's put him back. Yeah. That's great. Let's see if we can catch another one. Oh, got one. Got another one. Little one this time. I think it's a little roach. It's a swinger. No, it's a chub. No, it's another. Blimey, the dace must be spawning around here. That's the biggest dace I've had out the eagle for years. This one, 4 or 5 ounces. But yeah, they're really rough at the moment. Good place to fish at this time of year is at the top of a fishery. Like this is the top of as far as they can go. So fish start to migrate this time of year looking for spawning grounds, and they tend to stop in the weirs because they can't go any further. But I'm sure the Environment Agency will have their way and rip out most of the weirs. I don't think it'll be a bad thing. Oh, there's another fish. Oh, they're getting queued up now. Another dace. It's strange to have 3 dace, and I was just talking to a guy downstream and he was saying he hasn't had a dace out of here for years. Well, right, to be fair. Well, I've had dace but not 3, and they're obviously shoaling up to spawn. Well, I think dace are one of the first fish to spawn. It's good to start getting a few bites. Right, things I've learnt so far. You must pay a lot of attention to where what the line's doing, because you're getting a tangle. Hang on. I need to adjust the reel seat a little bit to sit it comfortably. I haven't quite got my head around where I hold it. I think you need to have it the neck of the reel at your wrist, and the fact that it does just hold the float back, you need to overcast almost to come back. It's beautiful under your rod tip, but look you in the eye. It's beautiful under the rod tip, but any further than that, the drag does tend to pull the float round, which is a bit of a pest. It's all right. It's nice to be on the touch, and I didn't feel as sharp or as in contact as you are with the fish on the strike. I didn't really feel in control of that fish, probably because I'm used to a clutch and pulling against the clutch and it having my clutch set lovely, so having it on my thumb to control the tension on its own was felt a bit weird. And the batting, I've got the hang of that, that's no problem. Just spin it in, quite cool actually. And casting, if you drag it, when you're reeling in, don't reel it all the way in, and then just pinch the line on the reel. Well, this is what I found. Pinch the line on the reel and then pull down from the top eye to take that slack up, and then you can cast out again. I could get used to it. I think when the fish are wanting it help. Oh, hang on. Oh, got on the tangle. Shit. Just when I was saying I've got the end of it. I don't know what that's from. I don't know what I've done there, but I've just snapped the line. Got caught in a tiny bit and it's just snapped the line. That's a pain in the arse. Start again. There's a tiny little clip under the reel seat and the line got caught on it. So if I'd have had that running from the bottom, that wouldn't have done that. Right, I've got to totally re-rig this up now. That's a pain. Yeah. Right, I'm going to have to call this session to an end. I've got myself in a right tangle where I've spooled it coming off the top and it's all inside and I need a screwdriver to take the spool off. So I'm going to have to call it a day. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to click the subscribe button for more similar sort of content and all that old nonsense. See you later.